Hello everyone again. Good morning and good afternoon. Welcome to today's webinar on 5 reasons why your business needs a kiosk solution. So about the speaker, I am Anjana Joshi, Community Evangelist at 42 Gears, and I'm excited to walk you all through the world of kiosk solutions and how they can make a real difference to your business. With me is Harvinder Singh, our lead technical consultant at 42 Gears. He brings deep expertise in this domain and has been with company for over a decade, having led deployments of over 4.5 million devices across industries like retail and postal services. So, what are we going to cover today? Firstly, what is a kiosk solution really is. I'm sure most of you are already familiar with what a kiosk solution is, but just to set the stage, I would just brief it again. And then we'll discuss on the challenges that businesses face without a kiosk solution, how SureMDM Kiosk helps solve those problems. Next, we will take a look at features, use cases, benefits, and some best practices to start with. And then we'll see a demo by our technical expert. You will see SureMDM in action, and we will have Q&A and wind up this session. So, what is a kiosk solution? In layman terms, a kiosk solution is a way to lock down a device, be it a smartphone, laptop, tablet, or an iPad, so that it can only perform specific tasks like running one or more apps or showing a specific website or playing videos. This kiosk mode is especially useful for shared or public use devices, and this setup really boosts productivity, prevents misuse, and makes sure the device is used only for its intended purpose. And why it matters? Because without a kiosk solution, users may open unnecessary applications, browse unrelated website content, tamper with settings, or install unapproved apps or software. So all of this increases security risks and lowers the productivity and create more work for IT teams. That's where kiosk mode steps in to prevent that. So, all right, let's talk about these challenges in detail. Without a kiosk solution, businesses face 5 big headaches. The first one goes as device misuse. Employees, customers, or users may use the device for personal browsing, gaming, or for accessing the social media apps. That might result in higher battery consumption and may drain out the battery when the device is actually needed. And then goes security risks. So, with security risks like unrestricted access can actually lead to malware attacks or data leaks and inconsistent user experience. So, since different users are using the same device or different devices, and they may leave the device in a different state, leading to confusion or errors or misuse again. And then lack of branding and control. So, businesses may miss out on presenting a clean or a branded user interface, also miss a chance to display custom content or apps, which can actually help them in branding. And lastly, the high cost, worrisome for every business. So, fixing these misused devices might increase in IT support and increase data consumption, and there will be downtime, which will all add up to high costs. So, these are the ones we have collected, but we have some interesting. The first one is we need to block all AI apps except a few password ones. So, like InfoSec just rolled out stricter policies. Now, the team needs a way to block all AI related apps on company devices except for a selected apps, those are approved. This needs to work across iPhones, Android phones, and iPads. So, the next one is Is it possible to lock down an iPad to just one website? An admin tried using Edge in a single app mode with web filtering, but it still allowed browsing to other sites. They are wondering if this works only with Safari or if there is a better way to fully restrict access to just one web page. So the next one is I want to avoid high cost business subscription. Someone is setting up over 30 MetaQuest headsets and needs kiosk mode and remote access but want to avoid expensive enterprise plans. So they are looking for a lightweight and affordable management options. Can't figure out kiosk mode on Windows without private browsing. So they are setting up a public use PC for cafeteria staff to access the company intranet. But the issue is kiosk mode forces the browser into private mode, which means login credentials like SharePoint password won't be saved for everyone's use. So someone is saying, just wondering how other museums do it. A museum IT team is looking for ways to remotely manage screens, tablets, and kiosks in their exhibits. They want to know how others are checking device status and updating the content without physically going to each screen. Lastly, somebody is straightforward looking for an Android kiosk software that can show just one interactive website, limit the device to one app with a screensaver, offer a simple user-friendly interface. So this person is looking for kiosk software that doesn't just lock the device down, but also keeps the interface clean and easy for non-technical users to interact with. SureMDM Kiosk Mode, which can be achieved using three default tools that SureMDM has, which is SureLock, a kiosk app lockdown, and a SureFox, which is a kiosk browser, and a SureVideo, which is a digital signage solution. And here is how they solve those problems. So they help lock devices to just the apps or the website you choose or play the media files in kiosk mode. And then it helps block distraction and prevent misuse. It allows branding through custom kiosk screens, applies security policies like blocking unknown downloads or apps, and importantly, saves cost by reducing support tickets and preventing non-business data usage. So these are the ways SureMDM helps with the kiosk mode for the businesses. And moving forward, we have key features of SureMDM. Just to brief you, first one is a single app mode. So there is an interesting story with the single app mode. When I initially joined this organization, I was given an Android tablet in my hand to open and go to settings, which was in single app mode, which I was not aware of. And when I was trying to open it, change it, lock it, restart it, nothing was working. Only one app was allowed, and I couldn't go anywhere. I couldn't figure out what to do. That's how powerful single app mode is with SureMDM. If you lock it in single app mode, the users cannot tamper with anything. You literally have to know the process and the admin uh, password to enter into the device. Next comes multi-app mode. It lets you allow only a selected group of apps useful for field or retail staff, where only allowing one app is not sufficient. People can also make use of multi-app mode, allow two or more applications which are useful for their business. Then comes share devices. So it is available only on Android. So what it does is it will help users to log in with their own credential to access the device, and it is different for each user. So one device can be shared with multiple users. And usage analytics. Usage analytics can track how apps or media are used. Great for improving engagement or content strategy. And driver safety mode. It is also available for Android again. It helps to lock down the apps when the device detects motion and helping reduce distraction while driving. If I have to explain this, say for example, a driver is given a device in his logistic from his logistic firm and set a speed limit of say 80 km per hour, and if driver exceeds that speed limit, device get locks and admin even will get the alert to him that this particular device is in a truck which is over speeding. That way it will help secure both the driver and the device. Continuing with the features, next one is web management feature, that is Kiosk Web. You will get an option to block or allow the URLs and control which websites can be opened. If you want to allow few URLs, you can allow them, or if you want to restrict few URLs or website, you can restrict them. You can even restrict the subdomains or allow the subdomains. This will help you in web management. Next is customizable home screen. It creates a kiosk layout with your branding, icons and placement of instructions. Then HTML wallpaper, which is extended version of it. It adds a fully custom interface with your own design or a layout, and you can set a dynamic wallpaper as well. Next is video kiosk. It helps you loop the promotional or the informational videos or the images, particularly helpful and ideal for signage, digital signage for in lobbies or exhibitions, or even small retail outlets also. The last one is remote content updates. So it is helping admins to control it all. All the other kiosk solutions are being controlled by admins. With remote content updates, they can push changes or update instantly across all devices without even touching them. You do not need the device in your hand, or you do not have to go anywhere. That way, this remote control helps you update everything from the SureMDM admin console. Moving on, let me take you through some industrial use cases. The first one goes as retail and POS. In retail and quick service restaurants, kiosk mode is used to streamline customer interaction. I mean, you can think of a self-checkout system in McDonald's, Domino's, where users place orders on their own without any hassle. You do not require in-person assistance to place an order. And say in some malls, in the billing counters, they have devices locked to only running the billing software. And kiosk is actually making it possible. And display offers or promotions using a digital signage solution. All this helps with faster service, reduced queues, and most importantly, improves customer experience, which we all strive for. The next industry is healthcare. In hospitals, kiosk mode plays a crucial role in ensuring devices and data are secure by using them appropriately. Like you can display an app or a web page in a visitor information terminal that help guests navigate the facility. Another use case also includes self-check-in kiosks for patients, reducing manual workload and improving service speed. Devices can also be locked down to only essential app, ensuring patient data privacy. And one thing to assure is SureMDM is HIPAA compliant, so healthcare industry can freely make use of this solution, and it also improves overall satisfaction and the data privacy. Next one is education industry, where nowadays devices are used widely. In the education space, the first use case can be to restrict access to only learning apps for the students or even the exam apps, making sure students stay on track and don't get distracted by non-educational content. Second is kiosk help digitally track attendance, reducing manual errors and making the process faster and more efficient for both students and administrators. And finally, we can enable guided campus navigation or run digital surveys, which is especially is useful for large institutions during the events or to take a quick feedback or if provide any directions if needed. So next comes logistics and fleet management. For logistics companies, mobile phones are used to capture customer details and navigate routes. In this scenario, SureMDM ensures customer privacy by disabling screenshot, controlling data usage, and securing devices with a kiosk mode. There's even a driver safety feature, which I explained in the key feature section. Just repeating, if the vehicle speed crosses a set limit, the admin will get an alert and the user device will get blocked. This way, it is very helpful feature in logistics and fleet management, and many of the companies using SureMDM have taken advantage of this particular feature. The last industry I'm covering is manufacturing. In this industry, considering the harsh environments, they use rugged devices to collect the data from manufacturing machines or punch attendance, where you can make use of shared device mode if devices are running on Android. And this is especially helpful for shift-based workers in businesses like manufacturing. Just repeating again, shared device mode allows employees to log in with their login credentials only, based on which they get custom configuration, access to specific files or specific applications allowed for them. With all this, let me explain some benefits of SureMDM Kiosk solution. So firstly, SureMDM help with a stronger security. By restricting access to only approved apps, blocking random downloads, and disabling access to security settings, SureMDM Kiosk solution helps secure devices from unauthorized access and the misuse of the device. Next one is cost efficiency. SureMDM ensures less downtime, less IT burden, less data consumption, battery consumption, even the multiple device purchase when a device is in shared mode. And then it helps increase productivity. Like when your devices are focused for only work related tools, you can imagine the level of change or increase in the productivity. And lastly, reduce downtime. So IT team can fix issues remotely. No need to bring the device in or go to a device location, as I mentioned earlier. So it helps reduce downtime, increase productivity, cost efficiency, stronger security. These are major benefits of SureMDM kiosk. With this, I'm having one more slide where I will be discussing about best practices for kiosk implementation. So before you roll out any kiosk mode, here are few things that you can take into consideration. Understand what your device is meant to do. This helps you pick the right mode, like whether your business requires a single application mode, multi-application mode, or maybe restricting the websites or the URLs, hence restricting unsafe browsing, and monitor usage of the apps or the URLs or the videos being played that help you in tweaking your management strategy. Also, make use of remote support. This can help you troubleshoot issues in no time or very minimal time. So once you figure out all this, you can prepare a configuration setup that is called job in SureMDM, which you can deploy on one or a set of devices to see how it works, and you can then deploy it on mass device. With this, I'll come to demo part. Now that you have seen how SureMDM Kiosk can help, let's see it in action as well. Harvinder, over to you. Yeah, we can see your screen. Please go ahead.
Thank you, Anjana, for the detailed presentation. And thank you, everybody, for joining this webinar. So my name is Harvinder Singh. I will demonstrate various type of kiosk modes and what we can do in that. So Anjana, please let me know once you're able to see my SureMDM console screen.
Yes, Harvinder, it's visible. Please
Thank
go
you.
ahead.
So this is how console looks like. So currently we do not have any devices, but when I navigate to the folder structure, which I created for this demonstration, currently my devices are residing in this group. So left side, we have all the groups where the devices can be enrolled and managed. So these can be the regions, the warehouses, the stores, or any type of office locations where these devices are. For the demonstration purposes, I have enrolled a couple of multiple devices here. So one device with the multi-app mode, another one is shared device mode, and the third device is with the video looper. It's a digital signage solution. So I'm going to talk about three type of kiosks today. The first is allow listing and block listing of the app. The second is allow listing and block listing of the URLs. And the third one is the Sure Video, which is a digital signage solution in which you can allow list the media content which has to be looped in your stores or any type of screens where the advertisement should be running. Now, let me walk you through what all platforms we support and on which platform the kiosk mode is supported. So for today, we support all the platforms, what you see on my screen: Android, iOS, Windows 10, 11, 8, 7, 8.1. All the operating systems are supported. Windows CE and Windows Mobile, few of the legacy operating systems, including Wear OS, Linux, virtual reality VR devices, Mac OS, TV, and things. So we support kiosk mode in all of these operating systems, and they behave the same way. In some of like iPads and Mac OS and Linux, we have a concept of hiding the application instead of running a kiosk, a screen on top of the existing home screen. So it works. The end result is exactly the same what I'm going to demonstrate in this session today. So let me quickly take a screen of one of my devices and show you how it looks like. So this is the device in my possession, and I am able to see the device now. It does not have any kiosk. All the applications are visible, and end user can navigate to any app and use it, which could lead to the productivity loss for the businesses. In order to invoke the kiosk mode, we just have to apply one policy, which I already created for this demonstration purposes. So single app mode, multi-app mode. So let's talk about single app mode first. So there are scenarios where the devices are placed in the parking lot or at a restaurant where only one application should be always on the foreground, and end user should not be able to close that app or navigate to any other application. In that case, if we want that application to be always on the foreground, SureLock, which is a kiosk lockdown solution, so can help you out. So you just have to navigate to single app mode and enable the single app mode checkbox and allow the applications which you want the end user to have the visibility on the device screen. In this case, I'm launching Chrome all the time. Now let me apply this policy on the device. Currently, as you can see, there is nothing on the device screen. Everything is navigable. As soon as I implement this policy on the device, single app mode, the layout of the screen would change. The home screen would change on the device screen. As you can see here, in less than 10 seconds, the screen is changed and the Chrome is launched by default. So if I press on the home button, every time the Chrome application, or it can be the customer specific app, which will keep on launching on the device screen. There is no way end user can minimize the app and navigate anywhere else. So this is called single app mode. Very helpful feature. And if your app is about to use some other services during its usage, and those services should not be visible on the device screen because only one app is used. Example, if your application needs the services like the camera to scan the barcodes, then you can allow that as well. You allow your app as a single app mode and hide the camera application under the hidden app, so that when your application calls the camera would open, but end user cannot see it and launch it all by themselves. So let's move on to the multi-app mode. So I'm going to apply the policy on the device. I navigate to the device, select either a device or a group. I can click on apply if the operation has to be performed on all the devices. For now, I'm focusing only on one device, so I will select the device and click apply button, browse the policy and apply it to the particular device. So here you will see the loading indicator, which symbolizes that the settings has been applied from the server and it is under implementation. So once the settings are loaded on the device, I will be able to see a different layout with multiple applications allowed on top of the device screen. These first two are the web apps. I will talk about that. The second one is our own plugin application. This is the future app. Below are the installed application on the device. In the middle of the screen, there is a logo. This can be your corporate logo. It can be replaced with the entire image of your company with few details in it, phone numbers, email addresses, and the company logo anywhere on the screen. This is highly customizable. So let's talk about what we have on the top. So let me walk you through the settings at the same time while we are looking at the screen of the device. So if I go into the multi-app mode, in the multi-app mode, I have allowed certain applications like Future App, uh, Bluetooth, Gmail, Chrome, Device Info, ES File Explorer, all the applications are visible. So when I click on preview, I have set the preview as per my need. So the first two places which are empty on these place spots, I have the URLs. Where we see the Bluetooth, I have kept the Bluetooth manager on the screen. The Future app is here, and rest all applications are at the bottom. In the middle, there is a logo. If I wish, I can drag and drop these applications anywhere as per my need, and the layout would change. So in this case, I have changed the layout to two applications in the middle, one at the right, another one at the left, on the left, and two in the middle. So I will save this layout and apply the policy on the device, and we will see how it behaves. Before that, how the web application show up, it is another way of allowing the URLs. So it is called allowed websites. So in this, I have allowed a few websites for the demonstration, which is 42 Gears, our own website, and subdomains are allowed. So subdomains are if anything after 42 Gears, like blogs. If I block this access of subdomains, anything which end user would navigate inside the web page of 42 Gears would be blocked. If I allow subdomains, then anything after 42 Gears subdomain would be accessible to the end user. Now, if we want this URL to be always launched on top of the home screen, let's say anytime the end user reboot the device, this web page should automatically launch and open on the device screen. Then set as starting URL has to be enabled. For this demonstration, I'm keeping it disabled. And I will just walk you through, once I implement this on the device, how it behaves, because I have changed the layout. So multi-app mode. So as soon as I apply this to the device, it will load and it will change the layout. So this is a very good representation of how we can apply the settings to the devices and how we can manage them. As you can see, these two applications are on the left and the right, and two are in the middle. Rest on all are on the top. So this is how we can change the settings with one click, simple to use, easy to implement on the devices. Now let me walk you through what else we can do inside SureLock. So I would like to talk about shared device mode as well as I will demonstrate it in a while. But before that, let's see what we have under the SureLock settings, which is the important settings configurations inside the kiosk mode. So wallpaper, we have various options inside wallpaper. We can use the system wallpaper of the device, or we can use the custom image like I'm using one, 42 Gears logo. Or if you have any type of HTMLs created for your businesses, you can use those custom HTML. Let's say you are migrating the devices from existing MDM to 42 Gears SureMDM. You can use the existing HTMLs which you were using prior to this. You can import that over here in SureMDM, and the same would work for you with minor changes. And you can set the landscape and the portrait wallpaper separately. Let's talk about what do we have next. So we have custom home screen, which I'm going to demonstrate under the shared device mode. In the custom home screen, you can have the layout as per your design. You can have the highly customized HTML. On top of HTML, you can allow the URLs or any type of applications, and you can have any type of JavaScript implemented to your HTML, which is supposed to perform certain activities like executing certain scripts at the backend or XMLs on the devices when end user navigate to certain pages on the HTML. So SureLock is highly customizable. It offers a lot of other features like changing the text on the, let's say your image is having certain colors and you want the color of the application text to be changed from black to some other. All the options are available here. Single app mode I demonstrated. We have various other peripheral configurations like the camera access, the Wi-Fi access can always selected as on or always off or do not care. It should be end user choice what they want to do with that. If they want to switch from on to off, they can do that. But most of the cases, customer opt for always on. That means as soon as the device goes to the Wi-Fi range, the device will auto join. End user do not have the option to disable it. Similarly, we have other peripheral controls like mobile data always on, Wi-Fi hotspot, GPS, NFCs, Bluetooth, sound, and other peripherals can be controlled from the SureMDM, including the rotation of the device screen. In addition to this, if the safe mode should be disabled, you can disable it from the SureLock directly. And the notification panel can be suppressed or enabled. So if we suppress the notification, end user cannot drag it down on the device screen. As you can see, it is not showing up down. But if I disable it, if I uncheck and implement the settings on the device again, end user will be able to drag the notification down, and I have the option in SureLock to disable all the tiles, quick tiles like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, rotation. I can disable all of these and have only the notification access enabled for the end user. That way, any allowed app generating the notifications, end user can access that without hampering any system settings on the devices. Additionally, we have various other options to manage the devices. I will highlight the title bar, which is very important, and I have implemented on my device. As you can see, I have username assigned to the device and the IP address. So these are the wildcards which I have implemented on this title bar. So username, colon, and after that, the wildcard. So this wildcard will dynamically change on every device based on the username assigned for that devices. So in this case, this device is assigned to Harvinder. So the username is changed accordingly, and Harvinder is connected to which IP address. This will help IT admins to figure out the user is connected to which network, and if that network is having access to their corporate resources or not. So this is how this information can be used. And this is just an example of two wildcards. We have a lot of custom attributes which can be implemented and placed over here in this section. What next? In the next bar, we have the title bar settings. The title bar width can be increased or decreased. The logo can be changed. Instead of the plain black bar, we can have the logo changed to any corporate logo. I have allowed a few couple of applications, which are the plugin apps from 42 Gears, so brightness settings, flash, and the Wi-Fi center. So I have allowed in the title bar itself. As you can see, the settings button is popping up over here. If I uncheck all of those, the settings button will go away. So once I go inside, since I have it on my device, so the brightness, whatever I allowed on my kiosk mode is visible to me. Brightness, flash, the torch, and the Wi-Fi. So this can be a very easy access for the end user. And when end user tap on the Wi-Fi, it will load a different UI, which is not the system settings. So if we will allow the system settings, there are chances that end user can change other parameters as well, which we do not want them to. So 42 Gears specifically developed the plugin for Wi-Fi center, the Bluetooth, the brightness, so this is about the title bar. Let me walk you through the driver safety, which is very crucial with regards to health and safety. for the end users. So if I enable driver safety, we have various options over here. So the few options I will just highlight: the driver safety overlay, when it should invoke. So first of all, how driver safety works is, if the end user is navigating or cruising on the highway at certain speed, example, 60 miles an hour. So if the user is exceeding this limit, I should revoke the access to the device and make the device unusable so that the user can focus on the road instead of navigating inside the corporate application and distracting themselves and creating health hazard for the people on the road and themselves. So we have various options. We can load certain apps. First of all, we can load Sure. As soon as the speed is breached, a custom layout will show up. That layout will block everything behind that screen. That means end user cannot use the device until they reduce their speed than the threshold. And after that, they will be able to use it. And another option, very useful, is loading a SureLock profile. So you have to create a SureLock profile inside SureLock itself, and that profile can have my personal favorite, and most of my customers, they use the same as they allow maps. So when the user is cruising on highway for more than a certain amount of time and they breach the threshold, so the map should load up on in the single app mode. So the map is the only app which is on the top of the screen, and user can type in their current location and the destination, and they can drive to that location. As soon as they reach the destination, they reduce the speed, all their work application will show up automatically because the driver safety will go away. This is how the driver safety is used. Very useful feature. And yeah, this is about multi-app mode. We have shared device mode as well. Let me take a screen of another device and walk you through how the shared device mode looks like on the devices. This is one of my device which is in my possession, and I have implemented shared device mode in this. The layout, what you see, the login page can be customized as per your design. The entire logo can be changed. The entire layout can be a custom HTML wallpaper where you can have certain apps allowed on the top, along with the login button where end user can tap and start their work. For this demonstration, I have kept the layout as simple as I could with a SureMDM default layout. Now, let me quickly just split my screen and show you the settings what I have implemented on this device. So I go to shared device mode, and I will just show you how it looks like. So there are three profiles altogether. One is default, it has nothing in it. Another one is dev, and the third one is the QA. So if the development team member log in the screen, this profile should load up. If the QA member logs in, another profile should load on the device automatically, dynamically. So what does each contain? So if I go to the dev, I navigate here, I see Chrome and Gmail allowed. And of course, rest all peripherals can be controlled and managed, including the logo. If I go to the QA, then I have I have a few applications allowed here and a few web links allowed over here. So let's see how it looks like. And if I go here, I have 0 applications allowed in this. That means the default profile will give access to nothing, and user cannot even log in. Now, let me quickly just log in over here. I will type in my username, Harvinder, and the password which I have set for this user. I log in. The login is initiated, and the credentials are getting verified at this stage. Once all the verification is done, you could see only 2 apps are allowed for this user. Chrome and Gmail, I am able to see that. And just for the demonstration purposes, I have written this hard-coded text on the top. This is a dev profile. It can be the custom attributes, which will load dynamically as soon as the device, the user logged in. It can be the username itself who logged in. So if I log out, this device is ready for another person to use. So another person who comes in the shift, the best example are the hospitals, the nurses, or the logistics devices, because the evening, the nurses comes in, they just log out, they keep the device in the cradle for the charging, and another person who comes in the shift, they will see the screen. They can log in. So another person who is QA, if they log in to the profile, let's see what they see it. So once the QA user logged in, they will be able to see certain apps which are allowed, along with some web links which I have allowed for them. And this is a custom HTML layout. This is the example of the HTML, how you can design it based on your need, and it will produce the same result on the device. The blank background can be your corporate logo, and the HTML layout can be changed. The company name, the battery percentage, what you see over there, everything is customizable. So when the user log out, the device is ready for use for the third user, or so on. Now, since it is logged out, how do I come to know which user used the device at what time? So we have something called application analytics. So that analytics features will give you access to app analytics and multi-user analytics as well. So with this, admin can keep a track of how many apps were used in a day by the end user and who was the user who was using that application in the entire duration of the day. So for that, I have created a custom report over here. So app analytics. So I have generated this report in prior just for the demonstration purposes. So when I click on the view report, it shows me whether this device it is a device, which type of device is that, the device name, and the duration for which that particular application was open. So in this case, Chrome was open for 0.4 seconds. For 30 seconds, I opened Chrome application again. Now, in this report, I have excluded when the user was on the home screen. That means the user was doing nothing. They just had the device in their possession and no application was launched on the device. So for that, I have generated and downloaded the report. Of course, we have an option to download the reports, and I have downloaded before the session itself, as you can see here. So home screen end user was on the home screen from this time to this time, and the total duration was 86 seconds. So end user was non-productive at this stage. Another time, 30 seconds Chrome was used. It can be the corporate app. The user was productive. Again, the user came back to the home screen for 2 seconds, launched another application, which is Gmail. They again rest on the home screen of the SureLock, and again they navigated to some other app for 1 second. This is how you can see at what time of the day end user was using the application, just to pinpoint for any productivity losses. And SureLock also gives you the option in the report. You can have the total count of the applications which were used to calculate the productivity of the user. Let's say the device was how many hours the device was in use the entire day. So that can be calculated using the report, what you have here. So if I modify this custom report and show you what parameters do we have, I have added all these parameters like SureLock app analytics, profile, the account name, the duration, for duration the app was launched, the application name, the package name, date, time the application was launched, and disabled. Below, we have filter option. So I have created this report in which I excluded the time end user was on the home screen. So as you can see, package name is equals to com.nix, which is the package name of the home screen, the kiosk mode home screen, and not equals to. That means except this, rest all applications will be visible in the report. And we have add more operation, and based on that, you can create your own queries. You can write your own queries and have the customized report generated for you for the app analytics. Now, which user logged in at what time? How do we gauge that? For that, I have generated another report. Let's say Harvinder user logged in. It is a login operation, and the profile which loaded was the dev and the IMEI number of the device and the serial number of the device. And the user logged out at this point of time. So everything is logged. Another UA, which is QA, was logged in, and the profile loaded for that user is QA, and the user logged out at this time. So SureMDM can give you each and every pinpoint detail about what is going on with your devices so that you have, since the devices are in the field, but still you have the accurate data with you. Now, let me walk you through what capabilities do we have in the SureFox kiosk mode. So SureFox we have in the SureLock kiosk mode itself. You can allow the websites along with the applications. Here you can allow the apps. Here you can allow the websites. We have a standalone SureFox as well. So both behaves the same way. It depends upon the use case, how you want to use it. If you want to use the standalone SureFox, you can use. If you want the integrated, all the options are available inside the integrated SureFox, which is inside SureLock application. So let's talk about the other app, which we have. We call it as Sure Video. It is a digital signage solution. So I have one of the devices in front of me, which is running with that application right now. And I would like to show you the settings first, how that settings looks like. So this is how SureLock settings, Sure Video settings would look like. And in this, end user can allow any type of media. Example, whether they want the video, audio, or the images, or they want only images to be looped, videos or audios. So most of the time by default, um, uh, video, audio, and images, everything is selected, and most of our customers, they use the same. Here is the option to configure the playlist. Let's say I will take an example of any food chain. So they have some promotion going on in the morning for the breakfast, afternoon for the lunch, and evening for the dinner. So they would like to loop some advertisement, the offers on the screen, which they have outside their premises or inside the premises. So for that, they can create a playlist like the morning, noon, and the evening, and they can schedule these playlists. So I have a device in my possession. So I'm going to just show you this device screen. This is how the device screen looks like. The options, what you see here, the same options are reflected on the device screen as well. So if I go here, I go to playlist, morning, and in here, I have allowed one sample MP4, which is placed in this destination path. If I go back, I have noon, I have another sample allowed, and so on. I have done for rest all. And in the evening, I have one YouTube video allowed. So I want to just play one YouTube video, what where we have done in the entire day, so that the people who are in the dining hall can enjoy it. So I have designed it that way. It can be different use case for you and for your customers. So now I have a scheduling option here. I can schedule the playlist. So scheduling means I want the morning 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. I want the morning promotion to run on the device screen. From 12 to 3 p.m. I want the noon, and from 4 to mid of the night, I want the evening promotion to run on the device screen. You make these configurations, apply the settings on the device, and this Sure Video application will make sure that your content is playing as per your defined durations. So I could hear the voice, so I just reduced it. So this is one of the video which I'm playing. I'll just pass it to the next, and I'm able to see another one. Once this video play is done, it will navigate to the last one. So based on the time, if the time gap between the first playlist and the second playlist is huge, let's say the first playlist should play for 5 hours, it will keep on looping the same content. If you have 1, 2, or 10 or 15 videos or audios or images, it will keep on looping it. So this is how Sure Video works. And we can also have the analytics extracted from the Sure video. So the analytics will give you the detail about how many videos were played at what time, and based on that, you can have the analytical tools run maybe in the restaurant itself. So if you have if you had a lot of crowd in the morning and how many videos were played in the morning, so based on this Sure video analytics, you can match your restaurant crowd, and you can gauge if these advertisement were appealing for the people, whether you should promote more of these often throughout the day or not. So these are a few kiosk mode options available in 42 gears. There are a lot of features, a lot of capabilities we have to offer. Due to the time foundation, I am limited to just explain a few of these. If you have any questions, please let me know. I will attend all those questions right now.
Thank you, Harvinder. That was really a extensive demo and it was really helpful. So let me bring back the screen. Okay, we are going to question and answer section. So we have a couple of questions in the chat box. Let me read it out for you so that you can take it up.
Sure.
So the first one is there a limit to the number of URLs we can allow in a allow list?
No, as such, there is no limit implemented. You can now allow as many as you would like to.
Okay. And there is one interesting question that is like SureMDM agent via profiles versus installing SureLock application and then launching a kiosk mode. Is it something possible?
So SureLock is integrated in the agent itself. You do not have to install any third-party application in order to invoke SureLock or the kiosk mode. You just have to apply the settings, and the agent will invoke the kiosk mode on the device.
Okay. Thank you. And the next one is there any way to see the password to exit kiosk mode from the admin console?
From the admin, since the passwords are encrypted, you cannot see the password, but you can reset the password always through the admin console. The reset is possible.
Okay. Thank you. So the one more goes as if you want to show a specific website in kiosk and want to monitor if the website is suddenly not showing for some reason, is it possible to get a monitor warning about this?
We have app analytics or the SureFox analytics, which is the enterprise browser, and it will give you the detail about which URL was launched at what time. But if you need the specific details, we have third-party analytics available, which can be integrated with your URL or application, which will start exporting the data to SureMDM, and you can generate a report with that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Harvinder. These are some questions. I'll give it a minute since we have 5 more minutes left with us. We'll see if we can have more questions from the attendees. Okay. I did not see more questions. So, as a next steps, if you are ready to see it work, you can scan the QR code appearing on the screen and go for a free trial sign up, or else I'm dropping our website www.42guest.com in chat section. You can just visit that and go for a free trial sign up on the right side, right hand side of this website. And also, if you have questions after this session, you can email them to us at productmarketing@42gears.com. I'm dropping that as well in the chat box so that you can quickly copy and send any questions or follow-up queries you have. Okay. So that brings us to the end of the session. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you all. We hope this webinar gave you a clear picture of how Kiosk Mode can secure your devices, cut cost, improve productivity, and so on and so forth. Just to add on, apart from this kiosk solutions, we do have some interesting features like location tracking, indoor location tracking, geofencing, zero trust network access, and IDP management as well. Please feel free to try out those options from our website with our 30 days free trial. Thank you so much once again. You all have a great day ahead.